Hey everybody, welcome back, and welcome me back. I've been kind of out of the scene for about a year and a half, 2 years almost. It's been a long time since I've recorded an update. I've had a lot of things happen over the last year and a half, 2 years since I left the clinic in Reno. I don't have any doubt that the treatment that I had in Reno helped my Lyme disease. I think it sort of got it under control. But I think over the last year and a half, I've been dealing with the damage that's been done. I mean, neural tissue just doesn't heal on its own. It takes a long time. But there are a couple really promising things that have come up. Before I get into those, I wanted to tell everybody, thanks for all your support. I've had a couple people reach out to me and, say, hey, how have you been doing? We haven't heard from you in, a year and a half, 2 years. Drop a line and let us know how you're doing. So that's been really nice. I've really appreciated that. I got some subscribers and they keep up with me, and it's really nice. Other things that have happened, of course, I was in a wheelchair after leaving the clinic in Reno. And over the last year and a half or so, I managed to, through my insurance, through some people that were really helpful for me, I managed to get a power chair that is really nice. I mean, it'll lay flat out. It'll elevate me to a bar table. The feet extend. I mean, it's a really awesome piece of kit, and it's very helpful. I mean, I'm able to really get around well, and not just a wheelchair or the power chair. I like to call it a hand-powered or powered parallel cycle. I don't like the word wheelchair. It's got some connotations to it that I don't like, and but I managed to also get a vehicle that has, it's got the Brawn Ability mod on it. It's a Honda Odyssey with the Brawn Ability. It's got a ramp that folds out, and the whole vehicle's on hydraulics, and it'll kneel down, so I've got a low angle of attack to the ramp. And then I drive right in behind the steering wheel and lock into place, and I just drive it. I mean, it's been amazing to get my independence back. I've had people in my life on the take kin here, take kin there leash for a really long time. So having my independence back is really nice. I can go where I want to go. If I need to go to Target, I can go to Target. If I need to go get something to eat or go out or whatever, I can do it. And it's really nice to have that independence back. A couple things for MS. I do have MS. I mean, there's no denying that. Why I have MS could be because I had Lyme disease, or that I have Lyme disease, or it could be something else that I was exposed to. I had Epstein-Barr as a early 20s, and that really was a big event in my life that may have contributed to my immune system weakening to the point where a pathogen like Borrelia could take hold and trigger an MS response. So I've got the MS, and right now I was diagnosed with primary progressive, but after my doctors at UT Southwestern were able to review all of my MRI images for the last 3 years, they decided that the progression in the MRIs is not indicative of primary progressive. It's more indicative of relapsing remitting. So there are some new oral medications that have come out onto the market. There's Gilenya, and the new one, Tecfidera, has just been released and approved by the FDA. And both of these are, from what I understand, they're T-cell modulators, and they sort of help reduce the inflammation inside the nervous system, which is what causes the damage and makes the nerves not fire right. So I'm planning on, because they've changed my diagnosis to relapsing remitting from primary progressive, there's now treatments available. And so I'm going to take advantage of most likely Tecfidera. There's another drug that's in the works, and it's called Antilingo. And this drug, that from what I understand, they're trying to fast track it through because it's something that can really heal the damage that's been done. What they discovered is that the human body has a natural inhibitor that prevents it from healing neural tissue. That's why your neural tissue doesn't heal, is because your body has a mechanism that prevents it from healing. And so they've been able to identify this, and they've been able to create an inhibitor that inhibits that inhibitor, okay? And basically frees the body up to begin healing neural tissue. Now this drug is called Antilingo, and it is now in phase 2 trials. I've asked to be included in it, but you know, the pharmaceutical companies that are running the trial, they have a tendency to stack the trial in their favor. You know, they pick patients that they feel are going to help generate the results that they want to get so that they can get the drug out to people. That's probably a few years down the road. But in the meantime, I've discovered a couple other things. I've discovered IVIG, which is intravenous immunoglobulin. Did I say that right? This is basically a IV form of the IgG shots I used to get when I was in the Army. Every year they would give me a shot in the buttocks, and it felt like a big giant golf ball sitting in your butt cheek for about a week while it dissolved. But I never had a cold the entire time I was in the Army. I had knee problems, back problems, and things like that, but I never had any kind of real, you know, cold or flu or anything like that while I was in the Army. And that's pretty much attributed to the IgG shots. But IVIG is something that's out there now that can really, you know, help with some of the symptoms, I think, of MS. And so I'm on the schedule to start getting my infusions of that, just to see how that's going to help, if it'll help. Past that, there's one other thing I wanted to mention. Adult stem cell therapy is not available here in the United States, but there is a clinic in Panama City, Panama, that performs adult stem cell therapy for people with MS and spinal cord injuries and other things like that. So my current plan, well, I filled out the application to be treated, and they've accepted me to be treated. And so I'm looking at most likely October for my trip to Panama. It will be a 2-week treatment. The first week, the second day that you're there, you get mini liposuction to pull about a pound and a half of fat out of your body. And from that, they spin the stem cells, the adult stem cells, out. And then they test them for viability and to make sure they have enough to treat you with. And then the following week, you are probably given anywhere from 3 to 4 infusions of your own stem cells. Now, I have been watching a lot of testimonials coming out of this clinic, and it's extremely hopeful. I mean, there are people that really see a real benefit from this therapy, and are basically on a crusade to try to get this approved in the U.S. But I don't want to wait any longer. I've waited too long, and this illness has really wrecked a lot of things about my life. And you know, I try to have as good of an attitude as I can, and I try to be a good example to other people. And you know, in my PT clinic, where I have PT, it's hard for you to like be sorry for yourself when you see other people and you see their problems, and I just don't have problems. I mean, compared, I mean, it's just proof positive that everything is relative. and nothing in life is trivial. And you just got to live your life day by day, and you got to be and do the best that you can. And so I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go ahead and go to Panama probably in October sometime, and I'm going to get this therapy, and I'm going to see if it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it's at least it's worth a try. It's better than just about anything that's being offered here in the United States. And it's a shame that this kind of thing isn't available. But it's looking like it really is regenerative. Did I say that right? Regenerative therapy, medicine. And so I'm going to go and give it a try, and I'm going to see what's going to happen. And I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking out my videos. You know, I just, there's a lot of things in my life that I couldn't do without the support of the people that I have in it. And I'm just so thankful that you know, I do have a good support network, and I do have a family that's local and really cares, you know, for me. And if there's anything that I can offer, any advice or any information or anything that I can do to help anyone that might be watching this video, don't hesitate to drop me a line, post a comment, let me know what you're thinking or how you're doing or how you're feeling, because it's always good to be able to talk to somebody that might have a frame of reference for what I'm going through, you know. And that camaraderie and that sharing is really a good thing. It's a very therapeutic thing. So thanks for tuning in. I wish everybody a wonderful week, and you know, as I get more updates, I'll let you know. So thanks for stopping by. See you later.